Morning YouTube. It's just gone 8. Sunrise is in about 15 minutes over that mountain. This is where we are on the edge of Grasmere. I'm just going to get the tent broken down really quickly, then I'm going to make some breakfast and then walk back through Grasmere before heading off towards Patterdale. My hope being there might be something that opens at about 9 o'clock where I can sit down, get like 15-20 minutes of warmth and an espresso based drink. Not a bad view for breakfast. Right, it's 8:45, breakfast is done. I just need to find a bin for some trash here. Today's a kind of medium length day. It's about 8 miles to Patterdale. And then if I do decide to go up and stay up by Tarn, that's, I don't know, like a mile and a half, I think, from Patterdale. But it's a mile and a half all uphill. So let's treat it like 2 in terms of time. Right, it's about 10 o'clock. I did find somewhere that was open. I got 2 cups of coffee in there and got given a free cup of coffee on the way out to take with me, which is a bonus. So I'm going to get going now. Someone's a Tolkien fan. So that's looking down towards Grasmere, out along the valley. We're going to go up over there. So the route today goes up to Tarn, up past Grasdale House, over the top, and then down the other side to Patterdale. I might head on past Patterdale up to Tarn, which is just like south east of Patterdale, about a mile and a half, something like that, and then up quite a bit. Leaving the roads behind us at last, heading up into the hills towards Grasdale, and heading up into some pretty grey looking clouds as well. Continuing with that theme of overlapping with other trails, this must be part of the coast to coast. Coast to coast is interesting. Right now it's kind of in the process of being turned into the latest official national trail. I'm guessing the work to put signage in for that is probably going to happen like next summer. At the moment it's just an unofficial one. It's like there's the Wainwright book, and then I guess there's a bunch of other guidebooks detailing the variations on the route. I'm guessing one of them's going to become kind of blessed as the official national trail, and then others will just be kind of unofficial variations on a theme. The temperature's not that bad actually, but the wind's really biting. Tarn. Oh, you can tell it's cold up here. There's frost on the ground, whereas it was just wet on the other side of that boundary line. We're going to stay on this path and follow it around to the right. If I can find somewhere that's a little bit sheltered and out of the wind, I might stop and make a couple of hikes. Since blowing in from that direction, that seems unlikely round here until we're over the next ridgeline. Yeah, I think we're going to stay just under the level of the cloud today, which is good. Like I say, it's absolutely freezing in that wind. See, that's our trail going down there. Right, time to get on it. Yeah, just a little bit down there should be, I'll say a little bit, about 3/4 of a mile actually. There's Grasmere Lodge, I think it's called, like a mountain that has a climbing cut, so I think that means it's like a bothy type thing, which if it's open is where I'm going to stop and make a move. So there we go, yeah, Ruthwaite Lodge. Yeah, it's all locked up, so it's about 12:30. I'm about 60% of the way through the day. So if I don't stop here and carry on, I should get to Patterdale about 2. And if I do carry on, if I do stop here, obviously that's going to add time to that. So I don't think I'm going to stop really. I'm not going to bother. It's the wind's kind of coming in and behind me, so I'd have to kind of go around the back of the hut where there's not really much flat land for shelter. So I'm gonna take a 5-minute break just to take my pack off, just stretch a bit, and then carry on down the valley. I'm gonna eat a tangerine or 2 though, a bit of extra energy. Right, on we go. Oh, I just checked the map, and it's just along this valley. It's only about just over 2 miles down. It's Patterdale now, so I should get there a little bit earlier than 2 o'clock, maybe, I don't know, 1:30, 1:45, something like that. So that's quite good. Let's find an excuse to stop on the way. Right, almost there now. You can tell we're on the metal road again. Just had a bite to eat, just had that fairly anemic looking toasty. Tasty enough though, and a pint of Jennings. I'm going to walk 15 minutes up the road to Glenridding, I think it's called, the next little town, the one basically just a little bit further around the coast of Ullswater. There's a corner shop and a mini market there, so I'm going to pick up a couple of bits and pieces, and then I'm going to head up to Tarn. Right, all provisioned up now. This lake that we're just walking past, this is just the south edge of Ullswater. I tell you what, that water's going to be proper cold if any of them lads fall in. I think I underestimated how steep this first bit was. I'm glad my head torch is fully charged. I think it might be pushing dark by the time I get up there, though I'm most of the way up this first steep bit, and then it's a bit more of a steady ascent after this. I'm gassed. Just went past a photographer on his way back down. Said it's snowing up there, just started snowing. So please let that little cairn mean some kind of high point on the path, and then it's a little bit downhill to the Tarn. No, just a random pile of rocks. Let's give a quick scout around this little bit of land without my pack on and see if I can find anywhere nicer than that, but that's a-okay for me tonight. Right, there we are. Everything's double pegged. Might stick some rocks on them as well. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But I think that's solid. It's going to be all the layers tonight. 3 pairs of socks. I've got thermals on under here and these. And I've got my base layer, my fleece and my puffy jacket, and I'm going to leave all 3 on. Be interesting to see what it gets like later on. If it does get like really cold, if it starts snowing. 90% chance of snow on the weather forecast from when I was down in the valley and had service still. I'm going to get my sleeping mat and pillow out and inflated, and I'm going to get my sleeping bag out so it can start to loft up. And then I'm going to decide what I'm going to have to eat, and I'm going to open one of those drinks. I just had half of one of my pies. I got a Scotch pie and a pork and apple one, which just looked good and sounds good. Had half the Scotch one. It's tasty. It's about 5 o'clock. It's not quite 5 o'clock yet. It's like 5 to 5. This is me for the next 15 hours, basically. Recharging my headphones because the batteries died on them. Note to self as much as anything, I need to bring a pair of wired headphones with me. Then I don't need to keep worried about recharging them, because especially when it's cold like this, they just die so quickly.